significant 6-inch reach advantage as well. So we'll see how that one plays out when the bell actually rings. Let's send it up to our cage announcer, Adam Palazzo.
The following fight is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the middleweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the blue and yellow trunks. He weighed in at 185 pounds. His pro record, 3 wins, 4 losses, with 2 big wins coming by way of submission. Hailing from Long Island, New York, ladies and gentlemen, Hugh McKenna. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the white trunks. He weighed in at 186 pounds. His pro record, 4 wins, 3 losses, with 3 big victories coming by way of knockout. Hailing from Berkeley, Massachusetts, ladies and gentlemen, Pat McCrohan. The man in charge of the action when the bell rings is Mr. Kevin McDonald.
Kevin McDonald once again in charge for this bout. Well-rounded veteran referee and 2 very well-rounded veteran fighters in Hugh McKenna and Pat McCrohan about to go underway. And we see McCrohan in the white trunks, McKenna in the, let's say, blue. Not sure what's on the side, but I like it. And one thing I like about McKenna, too, is, you know, some guys can kind of get pigeonholed into being a certain type of fighter. They have a number of finishes, you know, in one certain way. But McKenna's won fights by Kimura, arm triangle. You really don't know how he can finish you. You really got to watch for everything when you fight him.
He's very well-rounded. It's going to be interesting, you know, I think it's going to be one of those fights where, you know, Pat McCrohan's a wrestler. He's got a USA Wrestling tattoo on his chest. But Hugh McKenna's got a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Yeah.
You know, does he really want to take it down, or does he want to use his wrestling more to, you know, stay on his feet and keep it standing?
And like we said, McCrohan's got 3 first-round finishes by knockout, so he can strike too if you allow him to, or you try to draw him into that kind of fight. He can respond.
Yeah, I was going to say both these guys got coming in with a grappling background, but definitely throwing some leather out there, looking like some strikers to me.
Looking good, early action so far. The jab work here by McCrohan. This one's scheduled for 3 in the middleweight division. McKenna, by the way, has fought at welterweight as well. So, as you know, this is part of the John Gotti camp. Hugh McKenna, who has often made the trip when John Gotti has fought on CES cards, and that's how he more or less got the introduction into the CES family, and he's kind of become a member ever since. Now making his 5th appearance with the promotion. Found a nice home here in the Northeast, nice home on Fight Pass. All eyes, of course. Great audience to fight in front of.
And again, Hugh doing the smart thing. He's staying to the outside as a smaller guy. He's chopping at the legs, waiting for his opportunities, waiting for Matt to come in, get explosive.
A couple of heavy jabs, and if you Hugh McKenna.
McCrohan's got a very, I don't want to say awkward defense or awkward stance, but it's very tough. It's very tough to read what he's going to do. He kind of moves the body down a bit, and he dips when he gets into the crouch.
You know, a part of that comes from being the taller guy. You're trying to get your center of gravity down, trying to turn your punches a bit.
And he keeps those elbows tucked too, Dennis, to the body. Doesn't let those ribs get exposed. Nice. Good tight defense, you know, up the middle.
But he was throwing those leg kicks for purpose.
2:40 to go in round number 1. McCrohan trying to get the takedown, trying to get the single leg here. McKenna just hopping and staying active, throwing a couple of quick uppercuts, trying to soften McCrohan. Interesting chess match here early on in round 1.
There's those times where, you know, so it's like, you know, punches change the dynamic, right? You know, McCrohan's, he's so used to wrestling guys, and they're not punching him in the face typically, though, you know? So now it's like he's in on a single, trying to do all his typical finishes. They get someone there punching him in the face, change things up.
And McCrohan couldn't get that takedown, so the action resumes in the center of the cage again. Two big boys trading leather here in the center of the cage.
McCrohan's got to be careful. He's been throwing punches and dipping his head down. Hugh McKenna's going to bring a knee up if he's not careful.
1:44 to go in round 1. Once again, we are live on UFC Fight Pass.
Oh, McKenna, he hurt McCrohan.
Yeah. Looks like what you said, Joe, might have happened there.
McKenna's attacking a Darce choke.
Knee upstairs, yeah. McKenna now driving those knees upstairs as he's got McCrohan in a very tough position against the cage.
Yeah, that's carrying that weight from McKenna, and he's taking damage.
McCrohan's now a downed opponent, so he cannot be kneed in the head. Well, legally, at least.
He's got his neck out there. You want to see him stand back up.
Oh, he's up again now.
Yeah, he pops back to his feet. McCrohan trying to lock in a guillotine here or get something, but McCrohan doing a decent job protecting his neck, but not protecting against those knees or the strikes. And again, McKenna can beat you in a number of ways.
Yeah, he's running deep on that neck, man. He's trying to cinch up that guillotine.
He's got a lot of time. He still has 50 seconds. He's taking his time wisely. Again, the knee upstairs, driving McCrohan back down to the canvas.
A situation where you're screwed no matter what you do. If you try and get up, you're getting kneed in the head. If you stay down, you're going to keep getting choked. And
McCrohan delivering the left hands. McKenna rather. McCrohan's got no answer for it. Kevin McDonald's on top of it. We'll see if McCrohan can survive the round, and that's going to do it. Kevin McDonald steps in, stops the bout, and a big, big win for Hugh McKenna against the 4-3 Pat McCrohan, punching the cage on the way by. That's an awesome victory. He's had his ups and downs. You got to be happy for him.
He did a great job. You know, McCrohan wasn't happy about the situation, but he understands the stoppage.
Yeah, I mean, there were only a few. I mean, it's tough, right? When there's 10 seconds left, to think, I could have hung on there and just let me get to the second round. But if you're the referee, you can't let him sustain too much more, Dennis.